Okay, as you can see here behind me, white out conditions. Just checking sets here. You see the corn stubble? Farmer came yesterday, cut all the corn down. So now all the land is completely open. All the land is completely open. You can just see it there, it's all gone. He came yesterday, cut it all down because he knew that it was going to snow today. They wanted to get it done before that. They leave it here for the landowner because he knows he deer hunts it on the property, so they don't disturb it. I'm looking for canine tracks though, and I am not finding any. Now this snow has been here for, I don't know, maybe 3 hours. It started. It's starting to turn to freezing rain now. But I am not seeing any canine tracks at all. So maybe my fox has moved on. This is about a week now. I've checked these sets and I've had no activity. So who knows where he is. I haven't seen any tracks. I haven't seen any fresh droppings. I haven't seen any activity on any of my sets. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, maybe somebody shot him during the gun season. Who knows. But we'll keep plugging away and see what goes on.
Well, we had some tracks here out on the ice. This is the creek where I have some of these rat traps and stuff set. Said I'd come down and look and see if they've seen any mink tracks or any fox tracks. Well, that might be fox tracks there. You see they go up into the woods on the other side. That's the only spot I see them. My traps here probably frozen in. As you can see, we had a little bit of a snowstorm. Well, now it rained on top of it. You can hear it crunching under my feet. Oh, my set is frozen. Some of the water where it's flowing faster is still open, but it won't take long for that to freeze. I'm hoping it'll defrost some a little bit tonight, but then the water's going to come up anyway, so. No, that's the only set of tracks I've seen. I didn't even see any deer tracks. Although the snow was not here all night, it only fell this morning. Yeah, it only fell this morning. It's pretty though. It's about, the temperature's supposed to come up tomorrow. This might melt down some, but like I said, then the water is going to come back up. Yeah, what it did was it snowed and then it rained. So this is like concrete. If it gets freezing tonight, this will be like concrete. It's not powdery snow. You can hear my footsteps in it crunching. I don't see any small tracks though. Those are the only tracks I see there. You can see where you came up there's a little draw right there. I'll have to remember that. It doesn't look like he actually got up on the bank. It looks like he came across here, walked around in the ice in the circle here, and then went back, because I didn't see any tracks coming out this side. Yeah, I don't see any tracks on this side. So he stopped there, done a little bit of a circle, and then went back. Who knows? Alright, time to head home. And that is exactly why I took my muskrat traps out. Pond is completely covered in snow. It still has some soft spots around the edge by the road. There's some springs, and then the drain off from the road will melt it a little bit, but see some wind scour here. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to see any if I had anything in those sets, so glad I took them out.
Well, first catching a weasel box, but it's not a weasel. It's a field mouse. But at least my box worked. And hopefully the smell of the mouse will attract the weasel. You can see he was in there chewing on it a little while, so. Alright, at least it worked. Now I just gotta say, I don't think there's any weasels here. If there was, I think I have enough traps out here that one of these boxes would have found one by now. But nevertheless, I'm sure the farmer will be happy with a few less mice. And we'll get on and check the rest of our traps. Well, if nothing else, these weasel boxes do catch mice. There's another mouse. Hopefully that will attract the weasel. But we'll see. But I wonder how much I get for that pelt. Maybe I could stretch it out to be a weasel. I guess I can't really call this a weasel box because it hasn't caught a weasel, but it's a big freaking mouse trap is what it is. That's too funny. Alright, let's check the rest of them.
Okay, see right there just above the beam of my spotlight. There's a couple more there. There's one there. There's one there. Canine tracks. Those are the first canine tracks I've seen in a week. My set was right. Let's see where it is. Set is right there. So you walked past it within 5 feet of it, because his trail continues on down here. You can see some of the deer footprints here. And then you can see my frozen footprints in here. But this is the first canine track I've seen in over 7 days. Because this snow has been here pretty much for that length of time, and I haven't seen any tracks on it until I came in this morning. Like I said, my set, if you can see it, right by the tree stump there, right where the beam is. So he walked past it within 5 feet. I just re-lured it. Put some strong lure on there. Put some cave-ins in the that was the compass set he walked past here. So I put some cave-ins back in the little holes. I put some gusto up on the tree, about a foot over the set. See if he comes by again. Oh, we'll have to see what happens. Yeah, those were the first tracks I've seen. I have a issue here with the freaking ground. What's happening is during the day, you can see the snow here. You see even where my footprints are. What's happening is at nighttime it's way below zero. And during the day you're getting a little bit of sunshine. It starts to melt a little bit and then goes back to below zero. So the freaking ground is freezing. It's freezing my traps in. I just checked the sets now. I put some more calcium chloride on them and I covered them with grass. See if there's any more tracks. That looks like a deer. That's a deer. No more. Yeah, I just recovered them with calcium chloride to hopefully melt the ice that's on them. But we'll see what happens. Oh yeah. Pocket sets do not work. They are frozen in like that. You see where the water level changed. See where the water came up, it froze, then it went down. Same. Yeah, pocket set right there. High water one this time, but you see the water came up to it, froze in, and then the water came down. So it's frozen in. Alright, let's cut these out of here. I think my water trapping is done for the season. Bar I find a spot where I can find beavers. That season doesn't open till after Christmas. Alright, enough of this standing in freezing water. Let's get these out of here. Wow, this fox he's really rubbing it in. Here's that compass set I made that I covered with the grass. Bait was here, freaking dugout gone. There's bird feathers right on top of my trap. Now I'd seen this little bird about 10 feet down from here. I don't know whether a cat had got it or whether a hawk had got it and then, you know, dropped it, but he was laying down the path here a little bit. And that's what's left of him. But my trap, how did my trap not go off? It could be frozen in.
It could be frozen in because the ground is like really hard. I mean, it is hard. You can see where it looks damp here, where I had the calcium. The calcium, of course, makes it look wet. But I don't know. The trap pan is like right about there. He must have stepped over it. He must have stepped on it, and it just didn't go off. It's probably frozen in. This set has been in here for 2 weeks. And we've had snow and freezing rain and snow and freezing rain, and it's melted into the ground, and it's freezing at night. It's not helping me here because I have it under the trees. It's not helping me because it's not getting direct sunlight to defrost the ground. The ground is in between the trees here is staying really hard. Oh man. What can you do? She got a free meal off of me and a free meal from another predator, a hawk or something, because there ain't nothing left of that bird. It is gone. There's a couple of wing feathers left. That's it. Oh man. This fox has more lives than a cat. That's all I gotta say. Because none of my other sets have been touched. But he definitely took the bait. That was the only hole I had bait in. There was another hole here, another hole here, another hole here. And all of them just had scent in it. And then I had, up on the little skinny tree branches here, I had gusto on the branches. Maybe what I'll do is I'll dig this up and I'll only use the grass. I won't cover it with dirt. And we'll try that. Once he's come to it now, and he hasn't set off any trap, or he didn't dig where the trap was at all. He only dug where the bait was. So I might come in tonight and try and reset that. Alright, on we go.